Okay, in this video, we are going to talk about the best industries to target with your AI automation agencies. Now, to be quite honest, every industry is going to be affected by AI. And I really think that no matter the industry you get into, if you stick with it for a long enough time, you will inevitably make money and become successful in that industry if you are persistent. But with this video, I'm trying to give you the 4 best industries I think you should possibly get into if you're starting an AI automation agency. And the first industry we're going to talk about here is the industry that I am currently in. So you can see here we have 4 industries. First one being real estate, second one being home services and HVAC, third one being Ecom, and the fourth one being restaurants and food services. Let's get into the first one. The reason why real estate is a good industry to get into for an AI automation agency is because they spend about 60 to 70% of their time on admin tasks. And the reason I know this is because we work with real estate agents on a daily basis. We do a lot of discovery calls, and on these discovery calls, we have really figured out how much time real estate agents spend on their day-to-day admin tasks. And in most cases, they spend the majority of their working day on admin tasks. Now, so what does that mean for the industry, and what does that mean for AI applications and stuff that you can do within that industry? Well, the first one being lead qualification and nurturing. AI chatbots that can qualify leads 24/7, schedule property viewings, and follow up with prospects automatically. You have document processing, which is automating the contract generation, lease agreements, and property disclosure forms for real estate agents, which again is what they would spend a couple of hours on each day. And then you have market analysis and reports. So you're going to generate comparative market analysis and property valuations instantly. Now, in the real estate industry, for this one specifically, which is the CMAs or comparative market analysis, this is what a real estate agent will do when they are trying to value a property. So whenever a new lead comes in and they say, I have a property to sell, the real estate agent is going to have to do comparative market analysis on that area. It's going to have to find properties within the same kind of parameters like bedrooms, bathrooms, etc. And they're going to have to compare all of these together to generate basically an estimate price of that lead's home. Now, this can take from a couple of hours to a couple of days just to do this process for one property, and they may have to do that multiple times a week. If you can generate an AI agent that's able to do that for them, which is very, very straightforward, it's just pulling data and comparing it. We've actually built one before on the channel. If you're able to do that and save a real estate agent, like maybe 50 to 60 hours a week, then obviously you're going to be able to charge them a lot of money for that, maybe 2, 3, 4,000 a month just to do that specific service for them. Now, for the specific service that we provide in the real estate industry, we provide client communication. So just like this one up here, lead qualification and nurturing, this is the one that we specifically focus on. Obviously, if a client comes in and has and wants to kind of do other services like these ones, we do them as well. But this is the main service and the main product that we provide is lead generation. Because real estate agents are constantly having new leads come in, they require a high speed to lead because each lead is not just sending a message to one real estate agent, they're sending it to 5 or 10 different real estate agents. And if you're the first person to respond, which is what we do for them, then you're going to significantly increase sales for your real estate company. So that's what we provide, instant responses back to leads. And we're also able to train our AI agent to upsell each lead based on their buyer status. So this is a very, very strong industry to get into, real estate, just due to the amount of admin and the amount of work that can be automated with AI. Now, the second service or the second industry that you can get into is home services and HVAC. And this is potentially becoming the most effective one at the moment, just due to the amount of, not only the amount of admin work, but the ability of the people that are in that industry, if that makes any sense. Like, to kind of expand on that a little bit more, people that do HVAC and plumbing are not the best technically when it comes to computers and setting up these services. Like, for example, in the real estate industry, a lot of real estate agents have become familiar with AI, so they become a little bit more wary when it comes to paying people for AI services, because a lot of the time they think that they can do it themselves. In the home services industry, they are still years behind on AI. So you can really provide anything and it's going to give them value because they've probably never used AI. Technically, why it's a good service is because service companies spend about 45 to 55% of their time on appointment scheduling, estimate generation, and customer communication instead of the actual service delivery. So what are specific AI applications? We have appointment scheduling, we have estimate generation, we have customer communication, and we have billing and collections. Now, to kind of expand on this specific applications more, to give you a general example of how most of these business owners will run their company, we're talking specifically about small to medium-sized home service companies. A lot of the time, there will be one person, which is the boss, obviously the owner of the company, and they will have about 10 to 20 extra employees underneath them. Sometimes 5 to 10 for smaller companies, and then maybe 10 to 20 for the mid-sized companies within that industry. Where you see the biggest bottlenecks is for the small companies, because a lot of the time the business owner or the founder, CEO, whatever you want to call them, a lot of the time they are out actually in the field working. So that leaves nobody in the office or nobody doing the admin tasks of answering new clients that come in, answering new leads, scheduling appointments, giving people estimate prices on the services that they provide. And that's where it leaves a lot of time to essentially have an AI agent that will handle all of these tasks for them. So you can have a voice agent or an email agent or even just a general chatbot, maybe on WhatsApp or SMS, that can handle all of these tasks for the HVAC company or for the electrical company. Here again, not only to handle inbound leads, but to handle estimate generation. A lot of the time, these companies will ask new leads for a picture. So for example, if it's a landscaping company and a new lead comes in saying they want a shed or they want a decking out their back garden, a lot of the time, these companies will ask that person to upload an image of their back garden or of the area that they want the shed or the decking put into. And then the person or the business owner will have to generate a estimate price based on the image. Now, what you can have nowadays with AI and image processing is you can have AI generate this estimate for the person. So the AI can generate the whole estimate based on the images, based on general pricing that it has in its knowledge base, and it can forward that to the business owner and have the business owner confirm that and send it to the actual lead. Now, this could save these HVAC companies thousands upon thousands each week just on estimate generation. And that's why this is one of the strongest industries to get into, because it is extremely admin heavy and they're not really up to date in terms of tech and in terms of AI and what it can actually do. Obviously, you have other stuff like billing and collections. That would be a service that I would probably offer as a secondary service, and I would probably have one of these as my main service, like appointment scheduling or estimate generation. You can join both of these together and kind of have it as one AI agent that's able to provide all of these services, like handling leads, estimate generation, and then on the back end you could have billing and collections that you could potentially upsell people after you sign them as a client. Now, what are some tangible results for these industries or tangible results for the business owner? Well, it's going to increase their daily service calls by about 40%. That's typically what AI will do in these industries. You're going to reduce scheduling conflicts by about 80%, and you're going to improve payments collection time from 45 days is what's typical in these industries to about 15 days when you have the billing and collections sorted and on the client's account. Now, thirdly, we have Ecom. Now, this is obviously well known. A lot of people have probably dabbled in this industry, but this is again a very strong industry to get into in regards to AI, and typically because of the customer service aspect to these industries. Within these industries, you can see we have customer service automation, and AI chatbots can handle returns, can handle order tracking, can handle product questions like general FAQs, and it can do this 24/7 without any need for a human to be in the loop. Secondly, what you have is inventory management. So you can automatically reorder products based on sales velocity, based on the sales, how many sales we're getting. You can manage supplier communications, track stock levels across multiple channels, and really become that back-end admin in which they currently probably spend thousands each month, and which you could charge them a fraction of maybe 5,000 to 6,000 a month to handle this via AI for them. Another crucial aspect for ecom companies is reviews. So whenever somebody leaves a review, to be able to answer them or to be able to respond back to them via AI is another good aspect of what AI can do within these industries. Obviously, this is a little bit more niche, but I've inputted this one in here just to show you how wide and how varied these industries can be and what you can do within AI in these industries. Responding to customer reviews automatically, send follow-up emails for positive reviews, and managing the reputation across all of the platforms. So this can be via Instagram or WhatsApp or Facebook. You can handle all of the reviews and the company reputation with AI agents that are able to respond instantly. You also have order processing, which can automate the fulfillment coordination, the shipping notifications, and the delivery confirmations. Now, a lot of ecom will have these automatically put in, but these are just examples in what you can use within the ecom industry. Something that I've left out of this is within the ecom space, a lot of the times they have to generate ad creatives. So what ad creatives are little images or videos in which they use for ads on Facebook or Google. And they'll post these ads in order to get more clients or to get more people to buy their product. A lot of the time, these companies will spend thousands on ad creatives and having people generate these ad creatives. And what you can do is, I've made a video before in which it generates the images and the videos for the ad creatives on completely automatically via make.com and some AI image generation and video generation apps or softwares that you can use in order to create these. And when you're able to do that, you're able to save an ecom company thousands on having somebody manually create all of these ad creatives. And you can use AI to generate thousands of these for them for a fraction of the price. I would say ad creatives is probably the strongest one that you could possibly do at the moment for ecom, just because how useful it is in ecom and how much they use actual ad creatives and actually how much they pay people to generate these ad creatives for them. So some tangible benefits or some tangible results of having AI is being able to handle 5 times the amount of customer inquiries while reducing the response time from hours to seconds and increasing customer satisfaction by 40%. Now, when it comes to ad creatives, the tangible benefits is they're going to be able to create maybe 10x the amount of ads for a fraction of the price. So you could charge them maybe 5,000 to 6,000 a month for an ad creative automation to generate, ad creatives for each product, maybe different ad creatives or whatever you confirm with the clients, and they would probably spend 15,000 to 20,000 a month on this if they were to use a human to manually do them. The fourth and final industry that I've been really looking at is restaurant and food service. This is pretty self-explanatory. We've all called somewhere to order food, and there was most likely a human on the other end of the line. If you can create a voice agent that's able to take orders for the company via voice, then you've just saved them a full-time salary of a human, which could be anywhere from 30 to 40 grand each year. If you could charge them half that, 20 grand, and it's able to do the job just as good as a human, then you can charge them 20 grand a year, which could be, 1,000 or 2,000 each month just for a voice agent that took you maybe a couple of hours, maybe a day or two to set up. You're able to use these AI applications to handle customer service. In these restaurants, there's a lot of inventory management that not a lot of people know about that AI can also handle. You have review management as well, which is basically the same as the ecom one, which can handle reviews from customers, bad reviews or good reviews. And then obviously we have order processing, which we talked about, which voice AI can handle very efficiently for a fraction of the cost. So they are the 4 industries in which I would get into if I was to start again. A lot of these industries have multiple services that you can provide inside of them. If I were you, I would pick one service inside of these industries. Like if I was going to go into the restaurant space, I would probably just pick a voice agent that can process orders. After we come a little bit more familiar with that, and after we have a few clients, then I would start adding services on. But I wouldn't provide every single service. Just because you'll never really have one service that's really good. You'll just have a bunch of services that are okay, and that's not scalable. It's not good for your reviews, your testimonials from clients. So I'd pick one service, I'd become really good at that, and then I'd have little services that I can upsell each client on based on the specific client. I'll leave a link in the description where you can download all of my make templates that we use on our actual live clients. So you can download them in the first link in the description. But leave a like, let me know what you want to see in the next videos.